Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back again with another terrible Devil May Cry review. The last video where I talked about a DMC review, I titled it the worst Devil May Cry review of all time, or maybe it was ever made. But anyway, that was a lie. This might be the worst Devil May Cry review ever made. I'm sorry that I was dishonest to you guys. I try to keep it real, and like that's outdated now. There's a new worse one. This review actually came out before the other one, and I just haven't found out about it recently. But even though it's a little bit old, I still wanted to take a look at it because this is just so hilarious. Before we get started though, I want to let you guys know that on June 28th at 6 p.m. I'm going to be doing my first charity stream to raise money for a non-profit called Heads Up Guys in celebration for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I'm going to be playing through all of DMC5 from a fresh save as only V, and then trying to beat the Bloody Palace as V2. So be there or be square, stop by. It's going to be super fun and for a great cause. Just like I explained in the last video, don't give this guy any hate if you happen to come across this video. I'm not actually going to be saying who the video is from because I don't want just like a mob of hatred to come towards this guy's channel. He doesn't actually deserve that. It's a channel on the smaller side anyway. But if you do come across this video, please don't leave like a negative comment or say that I sent you there or something. I just want to use this as an opportunity to have some fun and talk about some really cool Devil May Cry lore. So here we go.
I'll go through TikTok and see things about the Devil May Cry anime, and usually you'll see people either talking about the anime or talking about how the fans of the games or the Devil May Cry community is gatekeeping the series from fans who come from the anime. And of course, when I originally heard that, I thought it was absolutely insane, and it kind of leads—
maybe I'm just wrong, but I hang out in these communities like literally every day, and I don't think I've seen anyone talk about this ever, like not once in my life. Maybe I'm just misinformed.
me to believe that a lot of the people who are gatekeeping are also hating on the anime. The reason why people hate the anime so much is because I think that it's not lore accurate or not canon to the original story of Devil May Cry. And keep in mind, I've never played that game before. I mean, actually,
You gotta keep in mind that the person show running this anime, Adi Shankar, has said multiple times that he's keeping everything as accurate as possible, even saying things that he literally changed nothing about the backstory of Lady, and basically lying to people about this anime being the exact same story as the games. On top of the show just being just bad. So that's why. It's not just simply because the games are different. It's because we were lied to in saying that it was going to be the same, which is unfair. And on top of that, the show is just simply bad.
anime is what got me into Devil May Cry, and depending on whether or not I buy the game, it's like $7 on Steam right now. Might actually do it. Devil May Cry 5 might be the first time I even play this game on the channel.
Alright, so he's saying he never played the game while there's gameplay of the game in the background, so I'm assuming he just took this gameplay from somewhere. Maybe he recorded this before actually buying the game and playing it, because this looks like the gameplay of somebody who just got the game. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
And of course, I wanted to go on Twitter and to see how bad all of this gatekeeping actually was, and just to see what people were saying about the series itself, primarily the anime and the fact that it was getting a season 2. And holy mother of God, like I can't genuinely understand some of the fans and what they say. Like, yes, I understand, you know, you might want to have your lore accurate TV shows if the game is getting an adaptation. Fine, I totally understand that. But defecating all over the show, even though it is your right to have an opinion, is complete and utter nonsense.
It's your right to have an opinion, but if that opinion is negative about the show, then you can't have it.
But even if I was a DMC fan and I knew everything about the lore, about Dante and Virgil or whatever.
Alright, so I'm trying to understand where this guy's actually coming from. So he's never played any of the games. He doesn't know anything about the games.
And keep in mind, I've never played that game before. Depending on whether or not I buy the game, it's like $7.
He's only saw the show, and he went on Twitter and saw that other people don't like the show and say that it's nothing like the games. And he says that everybody has a right to their own opinion, but says that they shouldn't be bashing the show,
But defecating all over the show, even though it is your right to have an opinion.
but says that they can't be mad at the show. How can you even determine if the reasons that the people are mad at the show or not are valid if you know nothing about the series and haven't even played any of the games? This isn't your gameplay in the background.
It still wouldn't make sense for me to go crap all over an anime, something that's doing insanely well enough to get a second season, something that—
Alright, so the way animated shows work on Netflix is they're usually greenlit for multiple seasons up front, and that's most likely what happened here, since the second that season 1 aired, we got a teaser for season 2 that looked to be completely finished. So it wasn't good enough to get a second season, it was just commissioned to be made for multiple seasons up front.
drawing new players into a dying franchise, literally giving life to something that has been rotting for like a couple of of years now.
A game series that hasn't had a game in a couple of years now is a dying, rotting series. Oh my god, dude. We haven't gotten a new game in a couple of years now. This is a dead, rotting series, guys. This is dead. Is God of War dead? Like, we haven't gotten a God of War game in 4 years. We haven't gotten a Devil May Cry game in 6. Dude, you want to hear some actually dead game series? Star Wars The Force Unleashed, Saints Row, or Infamous. Like, these are actually dead game series. A dead game series is a game series that literally has absolutely zero potential to get another entry.
How many years has it been since DMC5? A gaming series that Capcom seemingly forgets a lot, and when they finally remember that DMC actually does have some fans, they'll throw you a bone every now and again and give you a game. Like,
man, Devil May Cry, it's a completely dead series. The developers, they just make a game every once in a while. It's like, dude, this is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Every few years, you know, the time it takes for you to create a game from scratch, they'll just throw you a bone and release a game for you guys. Like, oh my god. Also, keep in mind, this guy has never played a Devil May Cry game ever.
And keep in mind, I've never played that game before, and depending on whether or not I buy the game, it's like $7.
This is most likely not his footage in the back, because he mentioned how he's never played any of the games and is thinking about if he should buy it or not, and doesn't know anything about the lore, anything about anything at all.
I feel like the thing is with people who gatekeep a series is that they genuinely have nothing better to do but sit on Twitter and Reddit and start whining and complaining about fans liking something that they've coveted for so long, as if they were born with the franchise in their hands. Genuinely would never understand people like that, because all that does is turn people off from your game and your franchise, and then you wonder why Capcom doesn't care to give you guys a new installation in your coveted franchise.
If Capcom didn't care about Devil May Cry, they wouldn't have made a show for it. Also, you've never played any of the games!
Some people's reaction to Devil May Cry getting a season 2 a couple of days ago are actually so hilarious, especially when you put it into context, because you know that these people who are talking about the anime are the saltier side of the DMC community that are mad that they didn't get a lore accurate representation of the series. Which, no, it wouldn't be a problem on its own, but seeing as though DMC is in the situation that it is, and that it's an urgent need of new fans.
It's an urgent need of new fans, but it just surpassed selling 10 million copies on its latest game. What the fuck?
But all this hate kind of makes me think, what exactly would DMC fans want to see in an anime about Devil May Cry?
Alright, so this is just some more not knowing about anything you're talking about, admittedly. So there actually is another Devil May Cry anime that came out back in 2007 before this one, and that one is actually received pretty well, and I like it a lot. I think it's a nice slice of life into, you know, Dante's life and just how he is outside of the games. It's a great anime, and this is what we would want in an anime. It already exists, but you wouldn't know that because, like you said, you know, you're talking about something you literally know absolutely nothing about.
Like, if they had it their way, what would a lore accurate Devil May Cry anime even look like?
Oh my god, it already exists! Oh my god, don't make a video about something you don't know anything about.
Right now, I think the show is a must watch. And if you're a new fan to the series like me, but you want to watch the show and then go on to the games from there, literally stay away from Twitter, don't look at what other people are saying, and do what you want to do, man. This is a gaming franchise that is dying, still has a...
It's not. How is it dying if it just got a show? How is it dying if it just passed 10 million sales? But I do agree with don't let Twitter and the internet affect your opinions to the point where you just adopt other people's opinions. I do agree with that, but it's just like, if you were like better informed, you would kind of understand why people have those opinions. For example, they're not just mad at the show for being different, they're mad that they were lied to about the show being different. There's like more nuance to the reason that people are mad at the show besides it's just different and they just don't like it.
Why are you gatekeeping a series? Go get a job, fucking loser. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today.
Oh my god. Alright, so let's diagnose this, right? We have Dr. Zero right here. Let's give this guy a little diagnosis. Why exactly is he mad? What is the point of this video, right? Like, to break it down and translate this into English, he liked the show because he had nothing to compare it to because he never played any of the games. He goes on Twitter to see what other people think about the show. Those other people don't like the show because it's nothing like the games. So he gets mad that those people are mad at this show for being different from the game and makes a whole video about it and says that they're gatekeeping it, even though he doesn't actually know that the reason that they're mad about it being different is because they were lied to and told that it would be exactly the same, and a whole bunch of other drama having to do with the creator that he knows nothing about, and how the show has a lot of glaring flaws that he seemingly missed. I mean, he says the show has great animation when the entire anime looks like a fucking GameCube game. Have you seen what Agni and Rudra look like? Have you seen what, like, there's entire fight scenes where it's just rendered in 3D. So yeah, that's basically that. Just, I guess if you guys ever wanted to see what a review of Devil May Cry was like from somebody who doesn't know anything about it at all, then here it is. Here's the spectacle. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.